Hello and welcome. In this section, we are going to talk about evolution from 1G to 5G. We have seen a new generation almost every 10 years, and every new generation bring some new features, functionalities and data rates. We have moved on from 1G to 5G network, and now we are migrating towards 6G network. We will understand what these generation has to offer and what are the expectations from 6G network. If you look at 1G and 2G network, they were primarily designed for some basic voice and SMS services. However, we tried to achieve some data rates to have some kind of web applications via GPRS and Edge, but the data rates were pretty limited. We actually get the connectivity to internet in the generation of 3G and 4G. In 4G, we were able to achieve data rates of around 1 Gbps. When I say 1 Gbps, these are not the data rates which are experienced by the user, but the data rates which are offered by the network. So these are considered as network peak data rate, and these data rates help us to have video call, web access, as well as variety of mobile application. However, 4G networks have seen the exponential growth, but the kind of limitation with the devices remains the same. We have already achieved more than 8 billion devices in the world, and that is more than the human population. So we can't really achieve the growth in the wireless network just with the human users. So in 5G, we are trying to connect everywhere and everything. That means not only the human beings, we are trying to connect lots of devices which will serve a lot of different type of use cases, and which includes the multimedia services, machine to machine communication, and connecting everybody and everything. So in the next 5 years, we are expecting these devices to grow from 8 billion to 40 billion as per some reports. Now, the kind of data rate. So as I mentioned, every 10 years we used to get a new generation. So we got 1G somewhere around 1980s, 2G came somewhere around 1990s, 3G was started evolving in somewhere around 2000, 4G was somewhere around 2010, and somewhere around 2020 we got 5G. So we can expect 6G to come by 2030. So this is also branded as IMT 2030. Now if we see, we have circuit switching and packet switching network in 2G and 3G network, but starting with 4G, we only had packet switching network, and we continued the same in 5G. The network architectures of 6G are yet to be planned, but what do we expect is more or less the similar trend in the 6G network. 6G network are going to be more cloud-based network. We will have a lot of containerization, a lot of microservices, but in addition to that, we will be coming up with a lot of new protocols which can be service-specific protocol. So in 5G, we have moved away from the telecom proprietary protocol to some open protocols like HTTP. In 6G, we may expect some of the application-specific protocols which can be different from one application to another application. That's what we have in this section. In the next lecture, we are going to talk about 1G network.